Breaking now at 9, the mayor of Louisville, Kentucky says a 12th person has died after that fiery UPS plane crash yesterday. I'm Tracy Hutchins.
And I'm Blair Miller. We have also learned that one of the victims is a child and that 2 black boxes have now been recovered from all that wreckage. Atlanta News First anchor Joe Gorcho is live for us tonight there in Louisville on the ground. And Joe, the investigation really just getting started.
And NTSB tonight is working in a limited capacity, Blair and Tracy, because in the dark hours and with the wreckage, and you're talking about all that gasoline by the site and the fuel there, they're trying to keep everything safe for the potential of hot spots. So they have a limited crew investigating tonight, but it will continue throughout the week here, and that's for sure. Today, UPS cargo flights did return to the skies about 24 hours after that fatal crash. Federal investigators here in Louisville scanning this extensive debris field that spans about a half-mile, working to learn what happened and prevent future tragedies.
Harrowing video captures the final moments of the UPS freight plane crash.
Because when I walk outside, it was like Eiffel Tower height of flames and smoke, and it was so hot, you know. Hands was burning a little.
The National Transportation Safety Board details that the plane's left engine detached from the wing, which was on fire during takeoff. Ultimately, the aircraft striking a building just past the airport's southern edge before crashing into nearby businesses. One of those businesses, Grade A Auto Parts, that belongs to Sean Garber.
I've never been in a war zone, but I would have to imagine it is what a war zone looks like. All of our buildings in the path of the airplane are destroyed.
The thick clouds of smoke and intense flames from the aftermath are now gone. What's left is grief gripping this Louisville community, now able to see the damage for the first time on Wednesday.
An intensity of the wreckage, of the charred wreckage, is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and certainly nothing that I ever want to see again.
At least 12 died from this catastrophic crash, including a child. Kentucky's governor believes the death toll could climb, with many still unaccounted for. The crash site now becomes a recovery site, with a team of about 28 NTSB staffers in place, already finding critical evidence, like the aircraft's black box.
But we feel comfortable once we get these to our lab in D.C. that we will be able to get a good readout of the applicable data, and that will be yet another point of information that will really help us understand what happened during this point of flight.
Now, the investigation, of course, will take time, as will the healing process here for this Louisville community. Kentucky's governor today declaring a state of emergency to ensure that those valuable resources make its way much quicker here to this community so they can continue to recover in the days and weeks to come. Reporting live from Louisville's airport, Joe Gorcho, Atlanta News First.
Joe, thanks so much. Now, the head of UPS just sent out a company-wide statement, and Atlanta News First anchor Wale Aliyu is here in the studio with more on how the Atlanta-based company is responding to all this tonight.
Yeah, day 2 of this crash, Blair. This is what the CEO of the UPS is saying. She is calling the incident tonight a tragedy, of course. In a statement, Carol Tomei said, quote, "We have suffered a tragic accident involving Flight 2976. We are deeply saddened, and our hearts continue to be with all who have been impacted." The message went on to say that the NTSB is leading the investigation and will be the primary source of information as updates become available. UPS is headquartered, of course, in Sandy Springs, just north of Atlanta. The flags outside the facility were lowered to half staff late last night in honor of the victims. Authorities have not yet identified any of the people who died, but we know 3 crew members were on board the plane. Officials say the number of deaths could still go up. The first full day of the NTSB investigation will begin tomorrow. Of course, we here at Atlanta News First will stay on top of the story and bring you any new developments.